To improve your English, you must listen carefully and repeat it in your mind. Let's get started. A rainy day, a girl's experience. I woke up to the sound of raindrops hitting my window. It was a beautiful rainy day, and I was excited to spend the day indoors. I got up from my bed and went to the window to take a look outside. The rain was pouring down heavily, and the streets were covered with water. The trees looked greener than ever, and the flowers looked brighter. The rain had brought new life to everything around me. As I sat by the window, watching the rain, I felt a sense of calmness and peace. There is something about rainy days that makes me feel relaxed and happy. I went on the road after a few moments to enjoy the sights and sounds of nature. It's amazing how a little rain can transform everything around you into a lush green paradise. The fields stretched out before me, completely saturated with water, giving them an almost magical appearance. The droplets falling from the sky created a beautiful background melody as they landed on leaves and formed drops on the ground. Every shade of green seemed to come alive under the rain, making even the most ordinary plants look extraordinary. It was a day made for leisurely walks and peaceful contemplation. I came back home, and I decided to make myself a cup of hot chocolate and curl up with a good book. It was the perfect day to spend indoors. As I sipped my hot chocolate and read my book, I heard a knock on the door. It was my friend Sarah. She had come over to spend the day with me. We decided to play some board games and listen to music. The rain was still pouring down outside, but we were warm and cozy inside. After a few hours of playing games and listening to music, we decided to make some popcorn and watch a movie. We chose a romantic comedy, and we laughed and cried together as we watched it. The rain outside had created the perfect atmosphere for us to enjoy our movie. As the day went on, the rain continued to pour down heavily. It was getting dark outside, but we didn't want our day to end. We decided to make some pizza for dinner and have a sleepover. We talked about our dreams and aspirations as we ate our pizza. The rain outside had brought us closer together. As we got ready for bed, we could still hear the rain pouring down outside. It was a soothing sound that helped us fall asleep quickly. The next morning, we woke up to find that the rain had stopped. The streets were still wet, and the air was fresh. It was a beautiful day, and we were grateful for the experience we had the day before. In conclusion, rainy days are not something to be afraid of. They can be beautiful and calming if you take the time to appreciate them. Spending a rainy day indoors with friends or family can be a fun and memorable experience. So, the next time it rains, don't be afraid to embrace it and enjoy the beauty of nature. A day in the park, a girl's experience. It was a beautiful day outside, the sun was shining, and there was a gentle breeze blowing through the trees. I decided to go to the park to enjoy the weather and spend some time outside. As I arrived at the park, I could see that it was bustling with people of all ages. There were children playing on the swings, families having picnics, and people walking their dogs. I walked around the park, taking in all the sights and sounds. The birds were chirping, and the leaves rustled in the wind. I found a spot on the grass and sat down to relax and enjoy the scenery. As I sat there, I noticed a group of kids playing tag nearby. They were laughing and having a great time, and it made me smile. After a while, I decided to take a walk around the park. As I walked, I saw a group of people playing frisbee. They were throwing the frisbee back and forth, and it looked like so much fun. I decided to join in, and they welcomed me with open arms. We played for a while, and I even caught a few good throws. Next, I headed over to the pond to see if there were any ducks or geese swimming around. Sure enough, there were several ducks paddling in the water. I watched them for a while, marveling at how graceful they were as they swam. Suddenly, one of the ducks flew up into the air and landed on a nearby rock. It was amazing to see how powerful its wings were. As I continued my walk, I came across a group of people doing yoga in the grass. They were stretching and breathing deeply, and it looked so peaceful. I decided to join in, and they showed me some basic poses. It was challenging at first, but soon I was able to relax and enjoy the experience. After yoga, I was feeling hungry, so I headed over to the food trucks that were parked nearby. There were several options to choose from, but I decided on a grilled cheese sandwich and a cup of lemonade. The sandwich was crispy and cheesy, and the lemonade was tart and refreshing. It was the perfect meal for a day in the park. As I finished my lunch, I noticed a group of musicians setting up their instruments nearby. They were getting ready to play some live music, and I was excited to listen. They started playing, and I was blown away by their talent. They played a mix of old and new songs, and everyone in the park was dancing and singing along. As the day began to wind down, I decided to head back home. I had spent the entire day in the park, and it had been an amazing experience. I felt refreshed and energized, and I knew that I would be back soon. The park was a place where people of all ages and backgrounds could come together to enjoy nature, have fun, and make new friends. It was a truly special place, and I felt lucky to have spent the day there. If you like this story, I encourage you to like and share with your loved ones and stay tuned for more. Keep learning with Afsara English. Thank you.